Hey everyone, I hope you're having a wonderful day. I just wanted to put this video in context. I did the filming for this about a month and a half ago and didn't get around to posting it all yet. So this trip you're about to watch, I rented out an old house for a couple of days and I had permission to look around with my metal detector while I was there. So if you remember the video I posted about a month ago about metal detecting a construction site, that was part of this trip. So I used this old house basically as my base camp to do a lot of scouting around the area. So this is only one of many hunts that I did over the 3-day span of detecting in this general area, but this specific video focuses on all the finds I made around this amazing 1879 historic house. So I hope you enjoy. The video begins right now. The wood-frame Victorian Gothic Revival, or gingerbread house, was built in 1879 as the parsonage for the Baptist Church. The parsonage was financed by Peter Howard, whose own residence stood where Farmers Foods is now, and shared similar decorative features. This house was owned and occupied by the James Asa Sowers family for 80 years. When the present owner first saw this house, a bulldozer sitting in the yard compelled him to purchase the property and restore the house. It has a T-plan gabled roof. The house has beautiful detailed Gothic woodwork on the verge boards. The window molding shows Italianate influence. The porch has fluted square columns. The second-story porch has sawn balustrade with a molded rail. A sunroom was added to the rear in 1979. The house has a braced frame oak structure similar to a timber-framed house. There are several interesting outbuildings, a clapboard spring house, and former open corn crib and pig stalls. And I will briefly point out that almost all of the old outbuildings have been removed. There are only 2 left, one which acts as a garage and one that's just like a small storage type barn. That's all that's left. Okay, the first signal ringing up in the 79 range. I'm right down at it. Seems to be right on the bottom of the hole there. And there it is. It's a piece of an old harmonica reed. That's pretty cool for a first target. So we definitely know there's going to be oldies here. Sweet. We'll put it in the pouch and keep going. Okay, next target is a faint deep signal in the mid-80s. And it looks like, well, the pinpointer's reading a couple different places, but it's stronger in the back of the hole here, so we're going to start with that. Hopefully this is a deep old coin here, or something like that. Almost touching it there. Something there. Okay. I don't think that was the signal. That nail might have been. Maybe this is the original signal. Let's move this nail out of the way and check it with the detector, see if there's still sound down there. No, I think that was it. It was a faint signal. Oh well. We'll try again on the next one. Trying to shoot these clips in between the traffic off of a busy road here. But anyway, I got a signal here. I just cut the plug. Solid high 80s, so we're gonna dig it up and see what it is. Hopefully it's something good. Really good signal. It seems like it's on the bottom of the plug here. Oh, I see it. It's a coin. But I think it's just a memorial penny. Yeah, 1970 something I think on there. Alright, well at least we got a coin. We'll keep looking. Next solid signal here, after I just dug, let's get it out and show you. Right after I just dug the top of a lighter, we got a solid 80 that's down there a little ways. We're gonna see what it is. Seems like it's pretty deep. There it is right there. Oh, just an old aluminum lid. Gave off a good signal, but I like the depth of these targets. You can tell they ripped out some trees here in the front yard, so maybe a few of the things are buried a little deeper than normal. But only a matter of time before we hit some coins or something cool. All right, I saw this before the detector even picked it up. Let's see if it reads it. It's not even picking it up, so it's probably just junk, but I don't know. Let's check it out. Mosquito. Some sort of chain. Well, it's discriminating it out, so it's probably just junk. Just plated, but that's pretty cool. For a second there I thought it was going to be a big silver chain. But hey, still something different. We're going to keep looking. Okay, I'm out by the sidewalk now. Just a second ago I picked up this weird thing. Not sure what that is, gave off a real good signal. And I got a solid coin signal that I'm almost down to right here, so we'll see if it's something good. Doesn't seem like it's super deep. I can kind of see some black soil. So I think we're down at it here. Actually, it's in the sidewall a little bit, so I'm going to come around it so I don't scratch it. See if we can come up underneath it here. There it is right there. Yep, just another memorial penny. All right, we'll see if we can get onto an oldie here in a second. I'm sharing the backyard with the deer. As you can see right here. And I'm not getting a whole lot of good signals back here. I dug a shell casing just a minute ago, and I got a really solid signal here though. Let me hear this one. 90, 87. Good signal. We're gonna dig this one up and see what it is. Doesn't seem like it's too deep. Grass is pretty tall here too. Let's finish this one with the hand digger. All right, we're good now. the back end here. Don't think that could be the signal. Maybe it could be. That's a piece of aluminum there, but not sure that would have rung up that loud, but I guess we'll find out. Yeah, maybe that was it. Yeah, I'll check it again with the detector, but hopefully that wasn't it. Maybe so. You can see it is really misty through here. There's even a film on the front of my detector from the mist, but anyway, this huge back area, you'd think it may be loaded with signals. I'm not sure if there was a lot of outbuildings here back in the day and a lot of groundwork. You can see where a lot of dirt's been moved around over the years. It's real lumpy back here. But anyway, you can see there's a lot of old stone in the bottom of this barn. And about 20 minutes, haven't got much back here than a few odd trash bits. I got this piece about 5 inches down. It looks like an umbrella slide, the center part of an old umbrella. So there's a relic for the pouch. Let's keep going, running out of daylight. Well, one from the front yard, now one for the backyard. Another piece of a harmonica reed. A long distance from the last one we found. Still back here in this field. Alrighty, on to the next. Alright, well, we got a piece of aluminum here. It's got some writing on it. I actually think this is the mangled piece of an old condom tin. What a nice find for behind an old church parsonage. The other piece of aluminum came there. Maybe it went to this. I'm not sure. But I think that's what it is. And you can actually see right there on the bottom it says skin, something skin. Alrighty then. I'm right here by the back, and I got a solid 80 signal here. I'm down about 4 inches, and I found something interesting. And it's getting dark, so I'm not really sure exactly what it is. It almost looks like it's a button, like a shank busted off there, but if you look at this side, we're not going to rub it much there, but it definitely has some sort of pattern on it. That could be some type of old transit token, maybe a fancy button, who knows. Interested to clean that one up. Probably the best find so far, and I'm happy to get something interesting to go along with the little bits and bobs that I found. But man, the mist is crazy back here. My feet are soaked. Very misty. It is getting dark out here, but there's a find for you, a big signal. I want to see what it was. It looks like 2 mason jar lids crunched together. I ain't never seen anything like that before. That's crazy. But in case there's something wedged in between them, let's see if I can get them apart. Oh my gosh. I don't think that's happening. There we go. Well, you can see the porcelain insert there. Yep. Get all that dirt out. There's nothing in there but dirt. There you go. 2 for the price of 1. Let's see if the firefly will light up for the camera. Yep, there he goes. There he goes. Alright, well, there's going to be tons of them out in this field. Let's see if you can see any while I'm filming. Of course, they all stop when I turn the camera on. Oh well, they're out here anyway. Oh, you can't see anything when I point down at the hole. I can't see nothing either. I'm gonna get this out, we'll see what it is. Used to be an old house sitting right up there. The steps to nowhere. You can tell something was tore out. Right in there. Probably a house that was about as old as this one. And this is the room that I stayed in. Edwin's room. Okay, I got a signal here that rang up around 79, and I only know what this is because I found something similar to this a few years ago. But looks to be an aluminum calendar. I believe if the ends of this are broken off, they were called wrist tab calendars. Wrist tab, T-A-B. But anyway, it says January of 80 something, maybe 86, 88. So it's an aluminum calendar from the 80s. So not too old, but still pretty neat. Oh, alrighty, so it really paid off going over this yard again. Even though it's been heavily excavated, I got a deep high tone, and I am so glad I isolated this signal. Let me show you guys here. I'm right by the front steps that lead right out to the road. Look at the front door there. And I got a good 6 to 7 inches down there, and I got a big round disc in the bottom of the hole. Now, looking at it, I think it's more tokenish. I don't think it quite looks like a large cent, but I can hope. Let's take a look and see what it is. Oh, I don't think it's... What is that? Huh. I am not sure on this. It looks token-ish. Well, actually, no, it's got... I'm not sure on this one. Wow. Looks pretty cool, whatever it is. It's got a lot of gold gilt on it. Let's see if I can see it while it's drying off. Oh, okay. I think it looks like it's gonna be some kind of religious brooch or something like that. I believe that is Jesus on the front of it. Or supposed to be. I am not certain, but it looks like it. I could be wrong, but it almost looks like that's supposed to be a crown of thorns on the top there. I'm not certain, but I'll clean it up. Either way, I think this is going to be a pretty historic find. All right, let's keep looking. All right, so I got that find cleaned up, and it appears it's going to be historic, so that'll be awesome to go along with the story of this property. As I was cleaning it off with a brush, I was looking at it and I'm like, that is definitely not Jesus. And then I was like, man, that really looks like Widowhead Queen Victoria. So I'm thinking maybe it's some kind of turn of the century British commemorative or something like that. And I'm like, well, that would be really awesome. Then they cleaned it off a little bit more and I'm like, well, it just doesn't look like a Widowhead Vicky. So I'm not sure. And as I cleaned it off, it appears it's just a rather feminine looking John Smith. So check this out. Tercentennial, which is 300 years of the settlement of Jamestown, 1607 to 1907. So this is a 300-year anniversary of the landing at Jamestown. So this would have been made in 1907. Let's see what it says around here. It It's got the date at the bottom there, May 13th of 1607. And it says, landing of expedition leader Captain John Smith. That is awesome. And I only used a dry brush on it, and I didn't wet it down, because one of the things I've learned over the years is when something has original gold gilt on it, you do not want to rinse it with water, because it can remove a lot of that gold. So I just dry brushed it. So I'll have to do a little bit of touch-up work around the lettering and the hard to get areas, but I'll tell you what, it's looking pretty darn good right there. Very happy to have this piece. Alright, let's get back to the hunt. Okay, I'm working out by the sidewalk. I've picked up a modern quarter and penny right around here, and just in case this one's older, you can see them about 3 inches down here, and you can see the imprint on my plug. Here's a coin right here. Sorry about that, had to spit out a bug. And it looks like that's just going to be a memorial cent. Probably 1970s, got the low relief on it. But hey, we're locked into some coins today. Sweet. Well, we had some thunderstorms that blew through today, and maybe the little bit of moisture made the difference, because I'm really starting to lock into these deep coins in the front section here today. I wasn't hitting these signals good yesterday, but you can see there a good 4 inches. And on the bottom of the plug, we got a penny stick in there, so hopefully this one's a weedy, but the clad's deep here. Oh, well, we're heading in the right direction on the coins. 1968 on that one. I think that's the oldest coin from here so far. We'll keep persevering. I'm still here in the front, and I had a faint 80 signal, and we're gonna finish this live because we're almost done at it. It's pretty deep, but this is just a piece of plastic. Found that in the hole, and let's go ahead and finish this one live. It rang in around 80, but it's a deeper signal, so I hope it's something good. Oh boy, I hope that's not it. That is. That's not aluminum though. Some kind of shard of pot metal or something, that's why it rang up high. Oh well. Hear the catbird? I can't quite find him. But he's up there. And it is really barren for targets. You can see the back of the house way up there. Trying another pass down through here. I came up to about here yesterday just doing random passes, and very quiet back here. Not hearing anything but a couple iron bits in the ground. But we're gonna work up this way because I thought before that this was part of the neighbor's property, but I'm pretty sure it goes to the side of this fence here and goes straight up that way. So we're gonna hug this edge and start curving back toward the house when we get about right there. I'm working this edge down on the pine straw where all this clay is exposed, which is kind of a sign where there can be really shallow old targets. And got a 79 signal almost right on top, and we got ourselves a key. Just barely under the surface. Looks like the water, when it rains, it washes all this out here. So if there's an old coin or another relic, I bet it's going to be almost right on top of the ground, maybe an inch down tops. There's the key I just dug, and there's another signal in the hole. So let's get out the pinpointer. I think it's going to be, there was a little piece of the top of it, so they must have been linked together. Definitely think it's more than one key down here. Only got the big shovel, so we'll try to do this one hand. Should be right here. Looks like this one sunk just a tad deeper than the other one. I think that's it there. Of course, there's going to be a root right there. Come on. There we go. Yep. Definitely was a cluster of keys. You can see the iron that was holding them together, that ring, it just disintegrated. But, oh, how many we got there? 1, 2, 3, 4. At least 4 keys. Let's check the hole again. Just picking up the pinpointer. I think that's it. 4 keys, Bill. Well, I just got an aluminum lid here, but it's kind of interesting, even though it's just trash, because it's local trash. It says Buffalo on it, and I am right by Buffalo Mountain. So that's pretty neat. Maybe we'll save that one, because it's local trash. I'll probably never find one of these ever again. Pretty neat anyway. But I'm in an area that's been excavated. One reason I can tell is about 6 inches down right there, I got a huge ball of foil in thick clay about 6 inches down, and that's not natural. So this has all been excavated extensively back here, but I've still been able to pull out a few old relics that have been pushed around over the years. Most of the goodies came from, well, the one good target I found the other day, that 1873 patented item, was right up behind the back there, and the other decent stuff was around the front. So hasn't been much back here, except probably the best thing back this far, about right there, is where I found one of them harmonica reeds. Well, I'm working my last pass up toward the house, and I guess I didn't run over this one yesterday in my patterns. I knew this was going to be a shallow target, but it was real high conductive, so I figured it was going to be modern something, but who knows, could have been a silver ring. But I didn't expect it to be this shallow. There we go. Recent deposit right there. It is a 2014 Everglades quarter. We'll take it. Well, I skipped this signal yesterday because it was pretty big, but I decided to go ahead and dig it, probably as my last target here before the night. Went down about 5 inches there, and it's like some sort of aluminum measuring cup or something. It says, I think that's Wesson on there, or something. If I remember correctly, I found something that's this brand before. I can't remember if it's Wesson or something different, but yeah, I think it's some sort of measuring cup or something like that. Something from the kitchen anyway, at least I think. Alrighty, so after throwing out some of the trash, here's what we're left with from the 1879 church parsonage. We got that big modern chain that wasn't even buried under the ground, probably dropped within the last month for sure, maybe even sooner than that. I got some of those old house numbers. This is another piece of one here. You can see the hole where it was mounted, and it snapped off here, where you can see a half circle. There may have been more bits over there. There were still more signals, but I didn't dig them out. But yeah, some pieces of old house numbers. That calendar, turns out it's from 1986 to 87, so a calendar from the late 80s. We got that umbrella slide. We got the few interesting aluminum bits that I showed here. A shell casing, a few harmonica reeds. We got that cluster of keys. We got only modern coins. I was not able to find a single old coin on the property, but I did get a few really good finds to go along with everything. But for the modern coins, I got 3 quarters and 6 pennies, which are all copper. Didn't find a single zinc penny, or actually maybe one of those is zinc. Actually, no, I think they're all copper. But anyway, probably what I would say are the 2 best finds here. This turns out, I guess it is some sort of button. I'm not 100% certain, so if anybody knows, let me know. It's kind of a stickler to clean off, but it appears right there. It has a patent date of 1873, which is pretty cool. So if anybody knows for sure if this is a button, let me know. You can kind of see it there at that angle. 1873 it looks like on the patent date on that. That's pretty neat. So very old. Patent date before the house was built, but patents generally, I find that most patents ran anywhere from a few years up until about 30 years. So this could be turn of the century, but my guess would be late 1800s. Could be around the 1890s or something like that. And obviously, the best find on the property for sure right there is that sort of John Smith medallion for the 300-year anniversary of the landing of Jamestown. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I had a great time hunting this property and staying here. So as always, take care and happy treasure hunting. I'll see you soon.